What's up, everybody? I wanted to, it's winter time. We're actually having freezing temperatures tonight. It's going to get down to 28. So it's time to go ahead and winterize the RV. And I wanted to do a video for those people that may not know how to winterize an RV. I'm not a professional or anything like that, but I have had RVs for, 25 years. And knock on wood, haven't had a pipe freeze and bust in one of my RVs yet, but you do have to be cautious. Freezing temperatures hit. Usually it's not too bad if it doesn't get down, well down below, freezing, but I figured might as well go ahead and do it since it's winter time and you never know when those cold spells are going to hit, and had some time to get it done today. I was going to walk you through it real quick while I do it, and hopefully it'll help some of y'all out. Please do be sure and like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. We do appreciate y'all, and we'll get into the video. So for my RV, you have your freshwater line, or potable water that goes into your carrying tank. Mine's right beside the water heater outlet opening door. But yours may be located in a different place, but you can read the sign and it says flush and drain before using. It's the instructional manner of failure could result in death or serious injury. But that's your potable water. So that's when you are going somewhere where you don't have water connection, a city water connection. You can fill your tank. I believe it's a 30-gallon tank on our camper. You can fill your tank and you can hold water and use it out of the tank, and you don't have to have city water hookup. So one of the first things that I do is you're going to have to pour antifreeze in there. So I knocked the cap off. I got me a funnel to stick in there. Before I do all of that, though, I go around and open the drains. So underneath my freshwater tank, there is a drain valve right here, and I have already taken it loose, which it didn't have any water in it anyhow, but you take that loose and that drains all your fresh water out of your tank. And that way, when you put your antifreeze, RV and marine antifreeze into your freshwater tank, you're not mixing it with water that's already in there and diluting it. One of the other things that I do is all campers should have a low point drain location. This is mine right here. And you have the red is hot water and the white is cold water. And you see that I've taken the caps off of those. And I have let the water that was trapped in the lines drain out. When you're doing this, one of the things that will help as we walk back around here that will let it drain better is if you open up your hot water heater and open your pressure relief valve. That will allow air to go in there and let water run out. Don't think he's running out, but yes. See, I opened that pressure relief valve, and now I have water dripping out of those lines. You can also go inside. You can also go inside your camper and open your faucets, and that will allow air pressure, or it will allow the air to flow back through and let the water drain out. But the idea is you don't want to get as much of the regular water out of your RV before you put your antifreeze in there as possible. The other thing that I'm doing is with opening that valve, it's allowing the water to drain out of the hot water heater. We have a 5-gallon hot water heater. Some campers have 10 gallons. I think ours is a 5-gallon. But anyhow, you want to drain as much water out of there as you can also, because it could potentially freeze and bust, or at least bust some of your fittings outside. And so I've got the pressure valve open and it's draining. And I'm going to go ahead, I can't hold the camera and do it, but I'm going to go ahead and pour some of my RV antifreeze into my freshwater tank. Usually it takes 2 to 3 gallons. I think they were $3.98 a gallon, so about 12 bucks worth. And I will pour those in there. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and stop at 2 gallons. I've put 2 gallons in the freshwater tank. All you need is enough RV antifreeze, RV marine antifreeze for your pump to pick it up and pump it into your lines. And so, like I said, 2 to 3 gallons. We'll see if 2 gallons is enough. If not, I've got another gallon that I'll put in there. So not very much light in here, but the back side of the hot water heater, usually there's an access door in there that you can get to the back side of your hot water heater. For us, ours is under our kitchen sink. And This is pretty important to know. Get down here. So now I'm under the sink. And so we have this access door right here that's going to give me access to the back side of the hot water heater. Let me move this stuff out of the way so I can get to it. And so on the back side of your hot water heater, you'll notice that you have 3 valves. The valve that is on the red line, you're going to close it. The valve that is on the cold line, you're going to close it. And then you have another valve on a pipe that runs in between, and you're going to open it. What that does is it closes off the antifreeze that you're putting into your freshwater tank from going into your hot water heater. So you close off the top valve and the bottom valve, and then open up the middle valve, and that allows the antifreeze to flow through but not flow through your hot water heater, because if you was to let it go into your hot water heater, it would take you 5 or 10 gallons of antifreeze, because you would have to fill up the hot water heater before it would come out into the lines and into the faucets. So I got those valves closed, and it's a half a turn for each. So I got the hot water line closed, the cold water line closed, and then I opened the valve in between. The chirping noise that you're hearing is that we have a smoke detector in the camper that has a battery that's dying on it. It's letting us know that we need to change the battery. So while I was doing all that, I had my lines open and was letting them drain, and you see that they've stopped draining now. So there's not very much fresh water left in the lines. I'm going to go ahead and put the caps back on, the hot and the cold. There's the cold. And tighten them up. And now we're going to go back in the camper. Actually, we decided not to go back in the camper. We're going to stop and close our door to the hot water heater. I closed the valve, the relief valve on it. We're done with it, I'm pretty sure. And now we'll go back in the camper. I'm going to turn off the faucets that I turned on to let air flow. Turn on the light, maybe that'll help. And our water pump switch is right here. And so now you hear that the water pump is kicked on. So it's pulling the antifreeze that we put into the tank up and into the lines. If you know, whenever you have a full tank of water, it will build up pressure on the faucets and then it will stop. Right now, there's a whole bunch of air in the lines, so it's going to keep running until I open up the valve and then let it run. And it's going to clear all that air out. And basically, you let it run until you get pink, because the antifreeze is pink, and once you have pink water there, you know that you've got antifreeze. I may not have enough water in my lines. Enough antifreeze in my tank. As you can see, it's running all that fresh water out. There was still more fresh water in the lines than we thought, but it's running it all out now. Hopefully, in a minute here, water. So I don't believe I have enough antifreeze in there, so I've got another gallon. I'm going to actually add that other gallon to the tank, and it should pick it up then. But it does take more. Like I said, it's a matter of however much antifreeze it takes to fill enough in the tank to catch and hit the pump, and or run down the line and fill your pump up in your lines. So we added that other gallon, and you see now that we've got pink water coming out, and so you don't need very much, just enough to let you know. Now we're going to turn on the hot water and let it run until we get some pink. Looks like there's some trash in there. there we go, we got pink. So we're gonna cut that off. Do not forget to do your toilet. Okay, so you see how we got pink flowing into the toilet. So that's good. Dump that. Your shower, I always drop the head down so that we can get good flow in there. And so, don't want to spray water everywhere. And see, I've already got pink coming out there. So we'll cut that one off. Once you get it in the lines, it comes really quick. Once you get all the air out and the other, but you see we got water flowing through there also for the cold water. You have to do both hot and cold. Then I'm going to move to the kitchen sink, and I'm going to turn on the cold water for the kitchen sink. You see that I have clear water. And now we've got pink. And it don't take but just a little bit, but you can see how pink it is. And then I'm going to do the hot water. It's going to run for just a minute, and I think. And then we've got pink water coming out there. Most RVs have a utility shower. I made the comment that I had never had a busted water line before. I have replaced 2 or 3 of these outside showers because I forgot to turn them on and get pink water to flow into them. But you can see we got pink water coming out there for the hot water side, so I'll cut it off. Should use my little hook thing. Get it in a better spot maybe. And turn the cold on. And so we got water in the cold side. And so we are done. So take that back up in there. Close the door. Contrary, I just can't use my left hand. And then we're gonna go inside and cut the pump off. And so that is how you winterize your water system in your RV. Got pink water throughout. Now, of course, we can't go camping. If we go camping, we've got to flush the lines. I got to drain all the antifreeze out of the freshwater tank, put some water in there, a little bit of bleach, and flush it out real good, drain all the pink stuff out and get it flushed out real good. When spring rolls around, actually, I'm thinking I might do a camping trip in January. So if I do, depending on the weather, I will have to de-winterize it for that camping trip, and then probably have to do it again because we still get cold weather in February and even into March. But that's how you winterize your RV. So be sure and get that taken care of. You don't want to have any busted water lines. It can be really bad, and they're a pain in the butt to replace, from what I understand. And so it's a whole lot better to spend $12 in a few minutes to winterize your RV than it is to wait until it's froze and you get ready to go camping in the spring. You have to replace a whole bunch of fittings and a whole bunch of water lines, and that can get pretty expensive. I do appreciate y'all watching. Please, like I said, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow our channel, and I'm Jimmy with North Mississippi Outdoors. I don't think I did the introduction at the beginning, but check us out. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. We do appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.